Shut up. Didn't I say shut up? Bet that rooster will think twice before crowing tomorrow morning. Coffee's ready, guys. Let's start the show. Good morning, my Brew Crew. How is everybody this morning? Just to give you guys the head up, I've been up for about 5 minutes. I almost slept through my own show. Oh my God. Total zombie. So be patient with me. Let's see. Let's see who's joined us this morning. I'm sure you guys are more wide awake than I am. Sad woman. Good morning, Pinky. Pop, good morning. Hello, Miss Steph. Sending me sunshine. Yeah, I need something, girl. Good morning, Sherry. Hey, graduate. How are you? And let's see who else is with us. Just scrolling on up. I think I got everybody so far. And whoever's lurking in the background, good morning to you as well, or afternoon or evening, whichever it is. And I see everybody's bitching about the cold. I feel you, graduate. It was 29 degrees here too last night. And now it's only like 30. What's 38? Woohoo! Put the shorts on. And I redid the intro last night. Don't I forget to download it so I could play it this morning? Yeah, I got it going on. So I'll have to wait and do it on Sunday. 2:02 a.m. here. Oh, yikes. Yeah, oh God, I need that. I need coffee pump. I need something, man, because I'm shot. It's pretty sad. I wake up and the kind of clock that we have, it projects the time on the ceiling. And I roll over and I look up like, oh, shit. Talk about moving quick. So I filled the cup and ran in here, get everything rolling, and I just made it. Good morning, Carla. Good morning, Carla. How's Carla today? See, I'm delirious. I'm starting to sing. Hi, Al. How are you? Thanks for coming in and hanging out with the Morning Brew Crew. Awesome sauce. Of course, all of you are probably all wide awake and bouncing around and ready to roll, right? Not this girl. Carla's probably getting ready for work. Of course, Sherry's over in my neck of the woods. It was cold, wasn't it, Sherry? It was closed up all the windows. Oh my God. It was nice though, and we slept comfortably. But yeah, when it's last night, I'm working on the new intro that I didn't show you guys. It's like, damn, it's getting cold. Got to close up the windows. Got to close them up. Oh, flowers for me. Thank you, Al. I love flowers. I don't get them. Nobody sends me flowers. Let's put this on the screen. There it is. Hopefully it all works today. I love flowers, but my husband finds them to be a waste of money, and I don't get no flowers. I always wanted to be like all the other ladies who used to get flowers at work, and never got them. Oh no, I take that back. I'm a big fat liar. When I was getting ready to leave my position at the old laboratory that I worked at, my old boss bought me a flowering plant and a big balloon. That was the one and only time I got that kind of stuff at work. Oh, it was so wonderful. I brought it home and told my husband, look, kettle clicked. Be right back. All right. Fill up that cup. Yeah, freezing here. It's supposed to warm up. I forgot what it said. Actually, I think it's supposed to be in the 60s today. So we got to suck it up while we can, guys, because it's coming. It's coming. Oh, snow in the mountains. Yeah, we were supposed to get snow in the mountains too, Carla. Or she said in Montana. Yeah, up our mountain. I didn't even look outside to see if the mountain got any snow, but I'm sure it did. Pinky's got some really nice chocolate. I could use that. Let's see. Good morning, Alicia. How are you? I hope you're well this morning. I'm half dead yet, so you guys gotta be patient. Give me time for the brain to work. Don't ask me to type anything because it's just not gonna happen. Oh, it's raining. Yeah, we're supposed to get rain tomorrow too, Carla. A dozen of roses. And I love roses, but I don't even want it. Just one. I told my husband, go out in the garden, out in the field, and go pick me one. I just thought I love sunflowers. But yeah, roses I love I'd have to say, yeah, roses are my favorite. But I love all flowers. I'd be happy with a bunch of dandelions. Because after you admire them, then you could eat those. What's your favorite flower, Carla? I do love a pretty sunflower, and I love roses and carnations because the carnations have a wonderful smell. I know I got hello, Mystic Mima. Hello, sweetie. Catskills got snow. Yes, I'm thinking the Adirondacks got nailed too. They most definitely did. I ain't getting messages from my friend yet, so she's probably telling me it's freezing up there. And of course, they're right on the lake, so yeah, it's probably frosty. Snapdragons and lilies. Yeah, we have all those too. My garden has all kinds of flowers in it. That's what I love about it. I wonder how are the funeral parlors do with flowers. Oh, let me read. See, I'm having brain's not working. It says, I wonder how now. What are the funeral parlors do with their flowers? Well, the people that don't take them home, they usually just lay them at the cemetery. Some of them, and then the rest are either donated to around here. They do it. They donate them to like nursing homes, so that the ladies there can have some pretty flowers to look at. Actually, I was thinking of you last night, Alicia. I'm thinking, I'm going to make meatballs today. Yeah, I had big, huge sunflowers in my front yard last year. Pulling the stalks out for those suckers is, like pulling out a tree. But the front of the house looked great because I had like 4 of them, 2 on each end of the porch. It was awesome. Good morning, Sandra. How are you? One day late, but I'm back. It's never late. You join when you can. I think I have the power to kill plants by looking at them. The trick today at Pomp, actually, the trick is you just need to pay attention to them. Have them in a sunny window and give them some water, and they'll love you. My poor plants, like I've neglected them this summer, and they're looking sad, but I'll pull them back from the brink. My palm tree's a little rough, but it's still there. Good morning, Sean. How are you? Actually, it's afternoon for you guys, isn't it by now? Yeah, guys, bad. I almost slept through my own show. I was like, oh God. Get your ass up, run out there. So I made it just in time. See, I would have been late to my own show. When my mother passed away 2 years ago, I got way too many bouquets of flowers. There is never too many. Never. I mean, it's a terrible way to get flowers, but I would love it. I'd love it. I had a friend of mine that I forgot it was an anniversary for him and his wife, and he filled the room with roses. And when she walked in the door, she was just so overwhelmed. And could you imagine just walking in? He said it cost him a fortune. He said, but it was worth it. The look on her face, a room full of roses. And see, I don't throw mine out. When they start to droop and stuff, then I hang them upside down and let them dry. And then I use them as potpourri or just dry bouquets. Good morning, Ace. How are you? I hope everybody is trying to stay warm, or if it's warmer where they are. Hello, Spange. How are you? Wow, the Brew Crew is filling in fast. I don't know if you guys, well, the ones that are showing up today didn't hear the announcement the other day that I did. I come up with some merch calling us the Brew Crew, and you guys want to go check it out? I would be grateful. I thought it'd be cool to have our own little things with our crew name on it. I'm slowly waking up, guys. Slowly waking up. Maybe I just stare at that background picture for a little while. It'll scare me into to waking up quicker. We gotta I gotta get in touch with you, Sean, so we can set up another time for you guys to come on. You guys are hilarious. I love it. Oh, we also fixed the superstar thingy too. I was busy last night. So there's actually sound into it. So all right. That one I remembered to download. Stasis and straw flowers are great to dry. Yeah, I love drying them. It drives my husband nuts though. All these dead flowers all over the house. I said, they're not dead, they're dried. Oh, us too, Mystic. It is chilly here. But they're saying 65 today. I'll take it because it's coming. That white stuff's coming. Oh, good, Sean. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it too. You guys kill me. I die laughing. Oh, we'll get you in after probably November, because so you'll get a few more investigations in before we visit again. So that'll be fun. I love drying out my hydrangeas. Yeah, we had those. And see, the problem is I should have a full English garden in my front lawn. I kid you not. But because we have moles and rabbits and stuff like that, I mean, I should have a whole field of gladiolas and tulips. I don't have a one. They ate all the bulbs. I've done all the tricks to keep them away from it. It doesn't work. And then the road that I'm on is that we use liquid salt here in the winter months. and it just tears up the plants. They get so burned and damaged. I've certain plants I have to cover up. I had beautiful roses this year though. I have 2 huge rose plants out in the front, and they were just gorgeous. Hopefully they'll be just as beautiful this coming spring. Oh, thank you, Graduate. Yeah, hit the live. Maybe it'll wake me up. Smack that live. Smack me awake. But yeah, same with the backyard. I should have a full garden, and I have a lot of them, but damn critters spend all that money on plants and stuff for your yard, and it's a buffet for them. So I'm always replanting something. I saved my lilac tree this year. It had a mold issue, and I thought it was a goner, but I mean, we had to cut half of it away, but we saved some of it. Good morning, sweet Raven. Oh, she's freezing. Do jumping jacks. I remember I had a school teacher said that's how you warm up. You do jumping jacks. Of course, it ain't gonna work for me because I'm lucky I'm speaking. Never mind jumping up and down. My garden has pink, blue, purple, and white hydrangeas. I love when they're in full bloom. Oh, it must be beautiful. You need to share photographs. Raven, raise the heat in your room because are grounded there. Yeah. Oh, she's grounded. Raven's grounded again. Oh no. Raven's fault. Good morning, James. Poor Raven is always in the timeout corner. We're looking forward to wrestling, Alicio. Spain says, jumping jacks, aka star jumps here. See, isn't that funny? You guys always have a different name for everything. I love it. Star jumps. It's actually more fun than jumping jacks. Northern U.S. men know how to snuggle. I always tease my husband. I says, "Oh, you're gonna snuggle with me?" Yeah, right. That's what I get. No, he's gonna curl up in the blanket on his own, and then I have to fight for a corner. Good morning, John Boy. How are you? And it's afternoon where you are. Good afternoon from the cold, dull Blackpool, England. Oh, jeez. I know poor Raven's always get herself into trouble. I just don't know what it is. I have my cats close. There you go. Oh, my dog would volunteer. She'd be all over me. She just weighs 1,000,000 pounds, so, And then she don't know how to sit still. She's got to lick your whole face. It's not one thing I want to wake up to in the morning. There's a dog slobber bath. Ugh. Let's see. It's I don't know what I did. She goes, I don't know what I did either. Something fresh. I don't know. Alicia's got to get a button made up, the grounded button. So every time somebody's gonna be grounded, he can hit the button. That'd be funny. I don't have any of those little button things. Well, I've got the thing for Superstar, but I have to make up other ones. I don't know. I haven't got to it yet. I do have a soundboard, but it just doesn't. It's not recognized on my computer. I don't know what the hell the problem is. Tried everything. Even Bill come over and help try to fix it for me because it has sound effects and everything. It can change my voice, and it's just not working. So it just sits here. I'll have to figure that one out. Give me a shot. Anyways, Laura, we will arrange the live and stuff. Not a problem. I definitely will. You guys are a blast. I enjoy having you on. I can remember my ex waking me up by putting puppies in the bed. Oh, it's so nice to have puppies. I just bought a headset thingy. You're cracking me up, James. My sister calls everything a thingy. But my audio socket is loose. Oh, yeah, I had that problem too. With a USB port thing, a tower that I'd bought. And I had the camera hooked up to it, and it kept cutting the camera out. So I had to go out and get a different one because apparently that one had a port that was shot in it. Hubby, I hope Laura is ready for a mess again then. Oh, puppies have accidents. Did I miss? Is Raven going? Oh, yeah, I might fall back asleep. That's okay. Me too. So if it gets really quiet over here, just tap on the screen, guys. Thump me on the forehead. Wake me up. Wireless headphones are the best thing I ever bought. Yeah, I used to use my Bluetooth earbuds, and I can't get them on this computer either. Don't know why. Still got to figure that one out. Because there is Bluetooth on this system, and it's not recognizing the earbuds. Because it's great, because you don't have to deal with no wires, no nothing. It's right there. I always forget I have headphones on, and then I try to stand up, and I get, yoked back to the chair. Let's see, yeah, I'll have to do that, but I hate my voice. Yeah, everybody hates their voice. I always think I sound like crap. But there's people out there that love my voice. I don't know. You guys are hearing something I'm not hearing. You play something or you record something, then you listen back to it, you're like, oh God, that sounds like crap. But somebody else will listen to it and say, oh, that's just great. I love it. Just went out with Ryan to go look at a location. His first time filming in the daytime show. Gimbal, it was overall the place really funny, some lovely local as well. It was called the Birdcage Walk. Oh, wow. Well, yeah, we're going to have to talk about that. Food hunting. Well, yes, we always talk about food. Of course, it's a little early for me. I'm not ready to eat yet. Give it an hour or two. I don't normally eat breakfast. If I do, then it's usually fruit, fresh fruit. But I'm out and I have to go to the market. St. Mary's Church got bombed there in WW2 and flattened. Oh, the graveyard's still there. That dates back to the 1800s. Fantastic. Fantastic, Sean. Laura, yes, as a young man with headphones. It scared me, and my headphones dropped on the floor hard. Oh, bummer. Sometimes I forget because I've got the volume up from listening to music. I like my music loud. And yeah. And when somebody's on a show and they do something, it makes me shit myself. Good morning, Miss Susan. She's lurking. She's a good girl. She's at work. You want me to make a spooky sound, Susan? You could play it for the office. I love a good scare. Oh, I have steak pie. Oh, that sounds good. Of course, who was that? I forgot. See, my brain's not even functioning. I forgot. Somebody had mentioned, was it? Oh God, I was Sage, I think, or I had mentioned about having sausages, and I'm like, oh, I don't have any around. No no way to go get any fresh and none in the freezer. I was like, oh shit, I could go for that, but had to make something. I think I ended up with soup. That's okay. I love a good bowl of soup too, though. It's like a hug from the inside. But our Susan's a good girl. She went to work. I'll tell you, I don't miss any of that, especially this time of year coming up. I wasn't too thrilled of being forced into retirement, but when it's colder than what outside, and everybody's off to work and I'm still snuggling, I'm good with it. I wonder where Sage is. I know she's not here yet. Hopefully everything's okay and she's feeling all right. When I get angry or drunk, my weird Shire accent comes through. I sound like a hobbit. Oh, I sound like a hobbit. Good morning, V team. How are you? Oh, I was joking around with Bill the other day, and we were doing our English accents. I can only go so far with an English accent, and then it washes out. James, Wiltshire people sound like pirates. Arr, pirate, awesome. We all could go for a little pirate. Yeah, I don't miss standing outside in the cold, in the dark at 6 a.m. waiting for the coach in London every day. Oh God. No, I wouldn't miss that. Well, I used to have to go out and start the truck so it could warm up. This is before we had a car starter. And then I'd be sitting there, and I purposely had a blanket left in the car or in the truck so that I'd be sitting there shivering when I got a blanket on my lap, waiting for it to thaw out the windows so you could actually drive it. And then, of course, end up getting the car starter, which was a blessing because then it was a warm vehicle that you got into. But I still I hate going out in the cold. I hate it. They're not hairy feet like a baby deer coat. Oh. So everybody goes, oh, but winter's. I have friends that just love it. They can't wait for it to get here. They go out in it with, no coats. And that one friend, oh, I can't wait. It was like summer. I can't wait for winter. I'm like, would you fall down and bump your head? But she loves it. And I love a good storm. And you watch from the window and it's beautiful and it clings to the trees. It is beautiful from inside. When I was a kid, I loved it. But as the years went on, the older I got, the more I hated it. And now I just don't even go out unless I have to. So I tell like the doctor's office and stuff, don't schedule no appointments for me because I don't go out in this weather. I hate driving in it. I hate walking in it. It's bad when I take the dog out. I'm freezing to death. And of course, the dog wants to play out in the snow. And I'm like, yeah, well, I'm leaving you here because I'm not hanging out. The hell with that? They do have spots like a fawn. I want a day trip to inside James's mind. Oh, she wants to take the adventure on the James train and check it all out. Oh, Sherry, I say the same thing. I love it on Christmas. We have to have snow on Christmas, and then it can go away. Because it does put you in the mood. And I go through and I decorate my entire house. It's like a Christmas shop exploded. And you got to have the snow because it just makes it feel the season. But then, yeah, it could go away. I like full moon walks when it's snowing. It is nice. It really is. But like I said, the older I get, I just look and I go, oh, I don't want to go out there. But I do like, and it's funny because if we get a storm, I love to go out and use the snow blower and clean up, the yard and the sidewalk out front. But that's very rare occasion. If it's warm out, then I'll do it. It sounds lovely, but very cold. Yeah, it's cold. The kind of cold where your nose sticks together. I don't like not that cold at all. Awful. Or it's so cold it just takes your breath away. It's just awful. Nearly weekend. Bye for now. Making myself ready for school. Run. Have a great day. Oh, you too, Sandra. Thanks for popping in. It's always a pleasure to have you here in the chat. And have a great weekend. I know it's Friday, guys. Friday. You rarely get snow. Oh, that's true because I'm not saying that it wasn't true before, but I watch a lot of stuff that's from the UK. A lot of creators, and they'll go, "Oh, it's winter in this and there's nothing on the ground. You guys are just freezing, but no snow." Oh, hang up on the laundry, Mystic. Tell them they got the wrong number. I save the laundry for the weekends. Gives you something to look forward to. Woohoo! Hopefully you can pop back in and out. When I sailed the lakes, my face would be covered in ice. Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry. That just sucks. You go home, you have to crack your own face. Chip the ice off. That's terrible. Or guys, do you have a beard or like bearding and mustache and stuff? The guys come in and it's just total frost and they're frozen. Awful. England is crap for snow. Yeah, I know. Who was it last year? It was oh God. Who was it that kept wanting snow so desperately? And we had a huge storm here last year. Oh, who was it? It was Cheza. Poor Cheza, no snow. She kept saying no snow. I said, I'll send you some. We got 4 foot of snow within an hour. How much do you want? We'll truck it over. But we got even an inch. The whole country comes to a standstill. I know. You guys, it's funny. That happens here in the southern states. When they get not even a dusting, they shut the whole town down. And we're like, what are you doing? Oh, it snowed. So now we get that 4 foot of snow here. Everybody had to get up, clean out their driveways, and the roads were done, and people had to go to work. It doesn't stop here in New York. It could be 6 foot tall, and they'll make sure you get there. God forbid the city has to shut down. And I think that snowstorm lasted for days after the initial 4 foot. So then they did do a state of emergency, but people were still out on the roads. And my husband's one of them lunatics that'll go out in the storm, drive around, because he likes to test out the tires and stuff in the vehicle to make sure that it's, he can handle it in the road conditions, which he can because he's awesome at it. But I says, okay, I'll see you when you come back because I'm not going. Scares the hell out of me. You're driving down the road and you go do like a 180 in the middle of the road and, he's laughing. He's just one of those maniacs. My son does the same thing. But they can control their vehicle, and that's the whole point of it. But that's okay. I'll just stay home. I don't end up in a ditch somewhere and then got to figure out how to. Of course, it's 4-wheel drive, so we'd be able to get out. But The point was to control it so you don't end up in the ditch. And I'm not for that. I'll find out soon enough. It's certainly duvet season. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna have to bring out the heavier blankets. I'm sure my husband will say, "Where is it?" Actually, I've got one that I've got to bring downstairs and wash it before we put it on the bed. And it's the heavy one. A big range of music I like to use. Resident DJ for my town center. Nice. Yeah, I love a big range of music too. I enjoy it. It all has all music is pretty great. Except I'm not a fan of gangster rap. I just find it very offensive. But I guess it's supposed to be because it's gangster rap. I know you find a parking lot for that. It hasn't been plowed, and then do donuts and fresh snow. Yeah, he does that too, Steph. It's just insane. A snowplow. What is that? Well, Sean, it's this big, huge truck with giant blades on the front of it that pushes the snow out of the way and usually buries your sidewalk after you get done cleaning it all up, and then you've got to go out there and do it again. We had snow so bad one season, and I was still working, and we got up early, shoveled out our driveway, our sidewalk, then went down the street, did my parents' driveway, their sidewalk. Everything was clean, and we were getting ready to go to work. Doesn't that bastard plow go by and push it all back in, and we had to start. It was the third time. I said, that's it. I called up work. I said, listen, they did it 3 times. I'm exhausted. I'm going to bed. I'll see you tomorrow. I didn't go to work. He swore every time the truck went by. I get it. They've got a job to do to keep the streets clean, and they do a wonderful job because they bring it right down to the pavement. But they're burying everybody's front lawns and driveways so that you've got to do it all over again. And now this time it's packed hard, so you can't use the snowblower. You got to use shovels. And this girl's too old to be shoveling. So when it comes to that point, I'm like, screw it. I'm done. I'm done. In British Columbia, everything is shut down for days. For an inch of snow. I grew up in northern Alberta, where it's minus 40 degrees. 6 feet high, and you still went to school. Exactly. Same thing here. They didn't get, if the bus could get through, you were going. Good morning, Lionheart. Good morning. Thanks for joining us. Now that you're here, you're officially one of the Brew Crew. But yeah, as long as the city transportation can get through, the city keeps going. And I remember used to thinking, oh, please put the closings on the radio so we can go back to bed. No. And you still had to get dressed and go to school. Yeah, that's what it is. The nor'easters. And then they were saying that for yesterday, I think, in our area. I don't know if you guys got a warning. And I'm thinking, oh shit. We didn't get any snow, but it got cold. But I know, up in the Adirondacks, I know they got hit. They had to. We would make snow forts and snow drifts. We had to play. Oh yeah, we always do that too. Giant tunnel forts through the whole snow thing in the backyard, and then you put the hose on it and ice it over so it became really hard on the top. It was fun. My husband, crazy little bastard, him and his sister used to make huge mounds of snow and close to the house, and then they would jump out the attic window. And my mother-in-law would say one time she was hanging something on the line, and all of a sudden one of her kids go flying by. She's like, what the hell? And they're jumping out of the attic window into the snow pile. So, oh yeah. Every time they say nor'easter here stuff, we usually get buried. but it wasn't directly over us. So, we lucked out because they were saying snow for Halloween, which I feel bad for the kids. Hopefully it holds off. And it needs to hold off because I have to finish putting a roof on a shed. And I'm going to be doing finishing it this weekend, hopefully. Because last year snow damaged the roof. So I have to go back out there, and we're replacing the support system with actual lumber instead of that shit metal that they give you when you buy a shed. And then I have to put the roofing panels back on. My father's been working on it little by little. I need to get my butt out there and help him finish it off. Yes, it is the first time you're here, Lion, and I appreciate that. I hope you enjoy it. Just the morning chat where we just talk about everything and anything, and it's relaxed and calm. Before we join in on the YouTube craze of the day, and everything goes, chaotic. Here we just like to just kick back and relax, and hopefully you'll come back. We've had snow for Halloween a few times. Yeah, we have too. It's that's the thing. It sucks. I remember when I was a kid in Halloween, and you spent all this time because we used to make our costumes, time and effort to make a great costume, and then you had to put a coat over it. That really sucked. So one year, my mother made my costume larger so that I could put my coat under it. So that was awesome. Oh, even for the parents that have to buy costumes are expensive. And then they got to cover it with a coat. It's no fun. So hopefully we'll have halfway decent weather for the kids. And I'm including the adult kids too, because I enjoy dressing up. I'm going to be doing the premiere, I believe it's the 18th, with Susan. And we're going to be streaming from both channels so everybody can see it. And we're dressing up for the premiere. So I'll be putting on my new witch's costume. Ha, ha, ha. Oh, Lion's got the decks up. Yeah, I usually have ours up too. I don't know if I'm going to put any up this year. I know it's bad of me because I'm usually all into it 100%. I just don't have the energy this year. So I might just put out, I haven't done it. I'll probably just get a few pumpkins and put out my scarecrows. Just make it kind of like a pleasant, little thing on, by the door. Instead of the ghouls and the goblins and the gross stuff I always used to put out. Of course, you guys already heard. Once my mother became ill, that's pretty much when we stopped because it was a family event. And of course, the kids, bought houses and moved out, and they're doing their own thing. So it's kind of not fun when everybody's not involved in it. Sean and James are talking music. Talking music. Of course, I don't even have any music on today. I should have some. Put some on. Like I said, I was half dead. I just come on, hit the live button, and here I was. I didn't sleep too well last night. I think that's why I overslept. And I set an alarm to make sure I was up, and it didn't go off. So I don't know what happened there. Yes, good question. Lionheart, do you go all out to decorate your front yard? I love to drive around and look at everybody's decorations. They're so cool. Lionheart, love Halloween. Favorite time of year? It's bonfire night. Yeah, it is. Even though I didn't even unwrap my fire pit this year because it was too freaking hot. We have 2 Welsh collies. They're anxious. Or the anxiety goes through the roof. Yeah, same here, Steph. Some people here, we've got people here that There's one place that we always used to drive through, and they have a huge, huge front yard, and they would do all the scenes from all the horror films, and so it was cool. They had all the characters on. It was mannequins, full blown mannequins, all in the horror film movie themes. Awesome. They didn't do it this year, so I'm wondering if somebody passed away or if they moved. Because I was looking forward to seeing it and it wasn't there. Good morning. Well, hey, it's the next day for Sky. It's already Saturday for Sky. How are you, sweetie? For Halloween, I'm thinking of going out as an imposter. I will have name tags all over me, famous musicians and actors. That's fun. That's fun. Are you guys all dressing up for Halloween? I know some people think it's pretty lame when adults do. I think it's great. It's the one time a year that we can go back to being a kid and having a good time without, being stared at like we're nuts. So, of course, here on YouTube, some people have like personas that they have, doing their shows. Like Susan is the Raven and stuff like that, and that's cool. And Carla's got hers, and so and I only do the witch thing on special occasions because it's a lot of work dressing up and putting all that crap on. So, I mean, it's fun, but I don't want to have to do that every show. Let's see. Do you like AC/DC, Metallica, Guns N' Roses, full stuff like that? Yes, I do. Love Metallica, AC/DC, great. There's one neighborhood that goes all out. They have this one house where a person dresses up as a big crow and says, "Oh, that's cool." And he actually sits on the roof. Oh, that's pretty cool. Me, I'd end up falling off, but that's cool. I had to rope myself down. Is Miss Pinky leaving us? Did I miss that? No, no. Yeah, I'm going to bed. Good night. Okay, Pinky, good night. Sleep well. Thanks for hanging. Seeing them sit there and then open their wings in the moonlight is dope. Oh, I bet it is. I bet it is. Well, Susan's getting new wings for her costume. I can't wait to see those. You guys are going to see them when we do the Salem show for our Halloween special. I can't wait to see them. It's going to be awesome. It's the lower, but yeah, lower top, whatever. I'd probably roll off. And it's fun when all the adults get involved and they dress up. I think it's great. We used to have a few parents they would do. My sister and I always dressed up. My sister went one year as a toaster, which was hilarious. My mother made up the costume for her, and she looked like a toaster. It was really funny. Me, I always enjoy dressing up as the witch, or a zombie, stuff like that. I'm thinking they paid good money for those wings because they looked actual feathers. Don't know. I haven't been close enough to tell. They have a recorded sound of a crow, so it's cool. Oh, they go all out. That's fantastic. Yeah, wait till you see Susan's. They look like real. They move too. So I can't wait to see those. Those are going to be great. Yeah, I love Motown. There's no music unless there was Motown. Fashionably late. There you are. We were wondering where you were, Sage. Good morning. Good morning. She must have felt us talking about her, saying, "Where is she? Where is she?" We compelled you to be here. Same neighborhood has people sitting in camouflage dresses. Actual, I love that stuff. As actual bushes. They let you go and get the candy, and then the kids, and then they would pop out. Yeah, that's freaking fabulous. That's the kind of crap we would do. My uncle would dress up as this really creepy character. That's when they first come out with the costumes where you had like the bleeding chest or the face and stuff like that. Well, my uncle dressed all up like that and would stand in the graveyard that we would put in the front lawn. And he would just stand there and wouldn't move. And boy, those kids were scared to death. They're like, "Is it real? Is it real?" Because like on the other side, we'd have an 8-foot tall Grim Reaper. So they're trying to figure out if it was safe to go up on the porch or not. Those poor kids. And then as they were getting ready to come down and then walk away, he'd move and scare the crap out of them. Good morning, Phil. How are you? Life has a way of interrupting. Life's best life. Oh, she was us. I hope it wasn't anything too bad, Sage. Being sidetracked this morning. I didn't turn up to a fancy dress party. I said I did come. I was the invisible man. Oh, that's brilliant. I was the invisible man. So yeah, I had a great time. Oh, the food was awesome. Laid on thick. Oh, that's fantastic. Is Philip working or lurking? Trying to get sleep? Yes, she heard us, Steph. We called her, telepathically with our minds. We said, "Sage, Sage." Yes to both. Oh, okay, okay. Sage still spraying her scary hay. Yeah, I got that going on this morning too, Sage. Hence, no camera. Nobody wants to see the morning hair. Even though this morning it's not too bad. I'm kind of sporting that kind of sexy slept in look. I still don't want to share that though. Let's see here. That cracks me up. So yeah, that's already the time. Time is clicking by fast, guys. And I hate it. Like I said, I worked on that new intro last night. I'm thinking, oh, I'll play it. And I forgot to download it. I'm such a goober. It's too early for chocolate pudding. It's too early for chewing. It's too early for anything. Well, from some, no, but me. I not heard anything to suggest otherwise, James. Banana pudding last night. It's my son's favorite, banana pudding. I used to make that all the time. My husband, I chocolate. My son, banana. So yeah. I usually got stuck with what was left over. It's never too early for chocolate pudding. Stuff that is true, and you really don't have to chew anything. It's 3 p.m. here. I know. Oh God, I know. You guys are 5 hours ahead. Seg's getting himself into trouble again. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. So he puts it out there and he doesn't care. That's great. Just do what you got to do, whether anybody likes it or not. So I must have missed something. It was something that he put on last night. Like I said, I was busy working on magazine for one, doing research and stuff for the magazine for November, and then I did the 2 clips for the show. So yeah, I missed watching some stuff. Oh, 1 a.m. here. I disagree. Give me chocolate pudding at any hour at Tum Tums. Oh, if I had some now, I'd probably eat it too. So whatever. Even though I prefer to have fresh fruit in the morning or a bowl of cereal, something just I don't know. I love Sex Passion. Yeah, he really gets on a tirade sometimes, and I agree with him on most of it. Had trouble with my work phone and had to get it fixed before I could jump in. Oh, that's just telling it. Well, phone's broke, can't work today. And it's awesome. It's a Friday. So I had to go at Dark Hearts TV team. Oh, I'll have to watch that at some point today. It's acceptable to like it too. Well, as much energy as I have this morning, I would just have to sit there, suck it out of the cup. Spage is none of that sugar-free stuff. Yeah, that stuff's nasty. The sugar-free. If you're gonna have a sweet, eat the real stuff. I mean, it's not like unless you're diabetic, then you have to be really careful. But if you're gonna go for it with the real stuff. Otherwise, I don't want it at all. It always kills me when I got I have friends that they'll eat. So we're getting a pizza. Well, they're like 2-3 pieces of pizza, but they have a diet soda. Really? The diet soda is worse than anything else that you've already consumed. Just have a regular soda, for crying out loud. And nuts, yeah, I don't put nuts on anything. I eat them separately. I don't know. I'm one of those people that think nuts are too overpowering. And that's all I taste is the nuts. I don't, so I don't put it in stuff. I just had a fig, apple, and spice custard pastry. Oh, that sounds good. Oh my God. Pizza, no pineapple. Oh, Lion, I love pizza and pineapple on pizza. It's called the Hawaiian here. It's ham and pineapple. It's actually pretty good. My husband's not thrilled with it, but I love it. This combo turned wrong. It always does, Phil. It always does. Good morning, reality. How are you? I didn't see any posts on any of that this morning, guys. And really, just not going to get into any of that. Only on a good Hawaiian pizza. Yeah, we've got a pizzeria that's just around the corner from us, and they do an awesome job. You really got to try. Now, I always tell you go to try something once. If you don't like it, spit it out. Never have to eat it again. So everybody's like, "Ooh, pineapple." Well, try it. You will be really shocked. Because I used to think that about onions on pizza. I'm thinking, because I like onions, but on pizza, it gives a pizza such a great flavor. It really does. I don't get it very often because my husband hates onions, but when I order and I get something for myself, oh yeah, I go all out. Let's see, I haven't seen that yet. I'll have to look though. Yeah, I'm not caught up on any of that stuff. There you go. Yeah, it's all Beardo's fault. I love it. We all blame Beardo. He'll take it. He's strong. He can take the blame. Could be a joke, but I saw it on food. Talking about food. Yay! What's everybody's plans for dinner? I plan on making meatballs. I might make some pasta too. I'm not sure. Depends on how I feel later. Hello, Ghost Wiener. Oh my God. Wiener, thank you. Oh, good. I get to play the superstar for you guys. You are awesome, Ghost Wiener. That is so amazing. Thank you. Here we go. Hopefully, we don't blow up. Yay, we're all still here. What'd you guys think? Ghost Wiener is the first one to get the new superstar. Awesome, awesome. Lionheart's having Chinese. Oh, I'm so jealous. I love Chinese. I know. Ghost Wiener's amazing. That was fantastic. And I truly, truly appreciate it. Every little bit helps. I'm one of those Poe channels. Poe, little white girl. So fantastic. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. But yeah, that's the new superstar. You know how hard it is. I just, when you guys all do these, elaborate things that you do, and it's hard to find stuff that you don't have to pay for. So I spent a few hours last night trying to find stuff so I wouldn't get in trouble. Good morning, Leanne. Good morning. Good morning. Putting the chili in the crock pot as I write. Oh, chili. Oh, today's a good day for chili, Sherry. Shit. Maybe I'll change my mind. I have to see if I have all the stuff for chili. That would be great. But then you got to go out and get fresh Italian bread to go with it. I don't have any Italian bread. Unless I have my husband pick some up on the way home. Thank you, reality. Oh, lovely, lovely. Thank you. You guys are great. Here we go. It's Superstar again. Awesome. Well, the button's working. I love it. It goes towards the coffee font. Oh, yeah, I need it. I need it bad. Oh, and I didn't even put the coffee thing on the screen. See, I'm telling you, I wasn't even awake. Wasn't even awake to put the banner at the bottom. but I appreciate it greatly. Thank you. I'm lucky, and my husband, he gets up early for work, so the coffee's already ready by the time I roll out of bed. And like I said this morning, I was late, and I'm thinking, oh God! And so I hurried, filled up the cup, and ran in here, turned everything on. Doesn't look good when the creator shows up late for their own show. Looks pretty bad. Oh, Sage! I was shaking his body from left to right, surrounded by red hearts. Sage, you doll, you. Here we go. You guys are going to get tired of that real quick. Excuse me, but I think it's funny. Maybe I'll make up one with a rooster. And it gets hit with the pan. That would be funny too. It does take such a long time. The new intro there, it's this almost the same, except I just changed some background stuff. Oh, do you like it, Sherry? Oh, good. I wanted to have something that said, thank you and other things, but it just couldn't find it on, the free site, and it was giving me all kinds of this weird crap. So I found like the hillbilly, wee-hoo. I go, there we go. That'll work. And the trumpet sound. It was the best that I could find. Excuse me. Well, I better get back to work here. Okay, reality, thank you for hanging with us. And you get to listen to me choke to death as you leave. Jesus. But thank you for hanging out this morning. I forgot you live in the future. Oh, I forgot you live. See? I can't even read. Live in the future space. Yeah. No showy. Yeah, I was. Now the show must go on. Even if I only had like 3 minutes, I would have made it. The only time I cancel is if I'm half dead and can't get out of bed because I'm not going to do a show from, sick bed. So that would be the only time that would be canceled. Otherwise, I'm here for you guys. Thank you. I have to watch my tendencies to sulk is all. No sulking, Sky. You are our just angel of energy, Sky. So you got to keep going. She's got so much energy. So you got to keep going, Sky. Anybody got any good plans for this weekend? I know Sean and you guys got an investigation you're going through, right? Isn't that what you said? Any great investigations or adventures? Phil, we already know Phil probably has to work. Phil's always working. Phil should be a millionaire by now. Is that what you're hiding from us, Phil? That you're actually a millionaire and you just, you work to keep busy? It's sassy time. Yes, because Sky is our energy link. She's our energy source. She's got to keep it moving. Keep it moving. It's just Carlos and pudding is served. Yep, she missed the pudding. I wish I would. Yeah, no, me too. Yeah, millionaire. I could have so much fun if I was a millionaire. Everybody would benefit because I'd be very generous. But yeah, you got that kind of money, you could have a good time. Sorry, guys. I just got a quick message, an update on my one of my son's cats. One of my son's cats has been very ill, and I'm trying to figure out what it is. And she just sent me an update, so I had to read it really quick. I'd hire ye old peasants to do my busy work. uh, oh yeah, to have millions. The money that floats around this country. There's no reason anybody should be poor, but it is what it is. And it would be nice if some of them would actually do something to benefit the community. A lot of them, where my husband used to work, everything that the guy does is all about reputation and prestige. And, he donates to a lot of charities and stuff to make him look good. But there's that underlying reason why he does it. Oh, that's right. Sage is going to be doing up some pears. And then you got, yeah. 2 minutes, guys, just seeing Ryan out. No, Ryan can't go nowhere. Tell him he's got to stay. Well, Ryan leaving. My, how rude. Pop, you're always working. What's up with that? Well, he's making that money. Making that money. Make it while you can. Please, I'd love to get something part time, but nobody wants an old broken lady. So the struggle is real when you don't have that extra money coming in. 4 nights on, 2 off. There you go. You get those 2 days to recharge to go back and just put up with crappy people. And I don't know how you guys do it when you work in retail or in the public and all. Just because people suck, they really do. I would be in so much trouble. I like how Walmart had a class suit. The amount they made people off now was nowhere what they had to pay. Oh, yeah. Well, actually, that's kind of freaky. I got a settlement check in the mail, big $13, but something I didn't expect for some kind of lawsuit for some kind of breach of information thing. I'm like, what? And okay, it had to do with the service or something we were using, and there was a breach in their security, and everybody was awarded a certain amount of money, and I got that big $13 check. And I probably should have framed it instead of depositing it, but Pop loves working in retail. Oh, good for you. Not me. You get some old crotchety person coming in there bitching at you for something. It's not your fault. Especially if I was in a bad mood. Yeah, it wouldn't turn out really well. My sister works in retail and she puts up with that crap all day. I'd be like, oh boy, not me. And I'm proud of her because she's got a short fuse, and she can really let it rip when she wants to, and she hasn't gotten in trouble yet. So it's like I have a friend, they own a restaurant and stuff. You would make a good waitress. I says, hello, how long have you known me? Are you new to the family or whatever? I says, when you get people bitching about their food all the time, or this ain't right, or that, those really snooty people that just Karens that like to complain. I'm telling you. I told him, well, you know what? I didn't tell you to come here. Freaking go home and cook your own damn food. Excuse me. I hate that I can't get a job since my employer let me go from being in the hospital and finding it hard to find something. And I know it's my age. Story. Yeah, it is, Jerry. Yep. It's just like when I was let go, and I know it was because of my disability. Even though I was doing 8 hours worth of work in 5 hours, everything was completed for the day, and I did it in 5 hours. And I was always there, never called in. And I know it was the manager. He was whining because he had to do something that he didn't want to do, and he was trying to push it off on me, and it didn't work. And so, of course, I lose out because I'm not a manager. And I just told him, yeah, I get it. Don't worry about it. I planned on retiring from there, but that's okay. So, yeah, it's made life really hard not having a job outside the home. But I make do. Never opt in class suit means you don't agree to the terms and do it aging. You can go after them. Well, everybody's saying that I should have went after my boss. But see, the excuse they use is that they needed somebody full time. You can't. It's really hard to prove discrimination. And here in New York, they could fire you if they don't like the clothes that you wear. Because I found that out through a lawyer. I thought you were safe if you were out on a medical leave, and they said no. That's just them being courteous. They don't have to keep your position open if you're, long-term hospital stay or whatever. I was like, you got to be kidding me. Okay. So your job's not even safe if you're sick, or, they'll just find somebody else. I just had sweet and sour chicken with rice. Hee hee, I'm warm now. Oh, yummy, yummy Raven. Love sweet and sour chicken. I enjoy most Asian food. My husband, not so much. So I only get it once in a great while. Class suits are made by greedy lawyers. They take 80% of the money for the. Yeah, they do. They take their chunk. But I didn't even know I was involved in this thing. I'm like, I just got it in the mail. And then they said, the letter said, well, you've gotten a check previously, but this is the remainder. I'm thinking I did. So I might have accidentally threw it out. God knows how much it was. I'm like, yeah, I didn't get no check. I didn't see it. Technological troubles. Technology is amazing when it works right. I know, Raven, isn't it? I told him, I said, he loves Asian women. He thinks they are just the most beautiful women. And they are beautiful. And I agree with him. But I said, you'd be screwed if you had an Asian wife, because they live on rice and he don't like rice. I said, so you might as well forget that. because I'm always teasing him if we're out on the road somewhere and he sees an Asian woman and he practically breaks his neck to check her out. And I go, well, you wanted me to pull over? I'll wait while you go get her digits. And he tells me to shut up. See, when we were growing up, this area didn't have a large community of ethnic people. So there weren't any Asians around here back then. So he, didn't give him an opportunity to go chase one down. And then my mistake was, meeting him in 8th grade, brought him home, fed him, and that's it. I couldn't get rid of him. Sure, yeah. Sandra was an anteater, and her type 1 diabetes is bad. She's insulin pump that destroyed her career and the end. Oh, that's a shame. Yeah. I have a cousin that's the same way, Sean. Takes the insulin. She's got the pack that she has to wear all the time. And it gives her a lot of problems. And she's lost so many jobs because of illness. They don't care because there's always, 10 or 20 other people that'll take over the position. That's the problem. They just don't care. And then also she had problems because she had that she had to have the gastro bypass surgery because of her diabetes. Here's the rub with that. She had the surgery and it was preventing her body from absorbing the medication for the diabetes. So when they were trying to correct, one problem, they caused another one. She was so sick for the longest time. And then they finally got it to where the body would start absorbing the medication again. But here, you think you're doing something good for your health and it made it worse. I'm being mauled by a fur ball, guys. Can I help you, Miss Athena? Hello. Yes. Good morning. All right, go lay down. Go on. She's been asked by a local doctor surgery to work for them. Holland does things differently to England, so need a whole retrained nightmare. Oh, God. Lost my little sister, aged 40, to the evil disease. Yeah, it's terrible. It is terrible, and it's sad, Sky. Sorry for your loss. And I don't know. The gastric bypass surgery is a big bunch of shit. It really is, because everybody that I know that's had it has become ill afterwards. It's caused other major medical issues, or they ended up gaining all of the weight back and they went through it for nothing. So when I have people that tell me now that they're thinking about doing it, I'm telling them, no, don't do it. Do it the old-fashioned way. Moderate and maintain, watch what you're eating. Cut out the high sugar foods. Stay away from sodas and get up and walk. Even if it's 15 minutes a day, move your ass, stay away from the surgery. It's not worth it. Thing is that when you have the training and the experience she has, they say in certain places she's overqualified. Yeah, come on. How could be overqualified? Just give her the damn job. Since living in England, I've nearly lost the 3 times a septus up to kidneys. Oh my God. Oh my God, Sean, it's awful. Yeah, we just got to really be careful about what we're being fed by the medical community. I mean, to them, it's just money. But that was the big thing, get that surgery, be skinny. Well, if I'm going to end up having organ problems and medication problems, then I guess I'm going to keep a fat ass because I'm just not, that's just crazy. She had it 38 years since she was 9 years old. Bless her. So she's so good with her diabetes as well. Does all over stuff all down to her age now. Yeah. See, things change. The older you get, you gotta change it up. So it's like she's starting over. As usual, I'm starting to finally feel less sleepy. It's 1:30 in the morning. My wacka time for brain, if you can call that. Bob will tell you, brain. Sky. Well, see, that's the routine that your body is used to. Hold on a quick second, guys. Okay, sorry, guys. Lori, your wallpaper is staring me. I think it's planning something. Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's kind of creepy, isn't it? Hold on. Wait, Sage. Now that's creepy. It was staring at you with both eyes. I get you are overqualified for what I've been applying to. Yeah, but see, they realize that it's hard to find a freaking job. So who cares if they're overqualified? Just give them the job. At least that person's going to be awesome at that position because they have more to give than what you're asking for. Doesn't make any sense to me. My husband went through that too. Oh, you're too overqualified for the position. Oh, I don't care. I want the job. What it comes down to, that your family eats or they don't. Who gives a shit? If they're overqualified, they want the paycheck. Sorry to hear that. It's that bad. I poke her sometimes when she's asleep to make sure she's okay, still breathing and stuff. Last time the hospital told me she won't pull through, yet here she is. Oh, geez, Sean, that's just so scary. I do that with my husband because my husband has uh, breathing issues too, and I do too. Mine is sleep apnea, so that I stop breathing when I'm sleeping. But when my husband, I'll be looking at him just to see if his chest is moving up and down. Or if not, then yeah, I put my hand on him and I could feel him breathing, and I'm like, oh, okay. So it's scary when you got to deal with medical issues, and then you're worrying about, your loved one going to sleep and waking up. Yeah, I just don't get it. Yeah. Finally got my work phone fixed. Oh, lie like a rug, Sage. Sorry, your call cannot be completed as dialed. Overqualified is just an excuse not to give it to you. They want someone with less experience, so they need training and lower wage. You are 100% correct, Sean. Good morning, D&M. How are you? Yeah, I was also working on a D&M's thumbnail because they're going to be coming on the show. And I was working on that, getting that all ready to rock and roll. But yeah, that's what the truth is. They just don't. They want to pay you shit money, and if you're overqualified, that means they have to pay you more, or they feel that they have to pay you more. So that's why you don't get it. And nowadays, people don't care. They just want some kind of a paycheck so that they can, feed their families. Seeing that, groceries cost $1 million. I was telling you guys, the other day, I went to the store. It was one bag. It was $90. I almost passed out in the checkout lane. I was like, what? What the hell did I buy? I'm good, thank you. How are you today? I almost didn't make it to my own show, D&M. I overslept. So just picture a zombie running through the house with a cup of coffee in hand, trying to operate a computer. Here I am. If you bang it hard enough on your desk, it fixes it. There you go, Sage. That is repair procedure number 1. You either hit it, kick it, or bang it. Right. Yeah. See, people just want the paycheck. They don't care. Damn, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, no, but I made it. I'm here. I'm waking up. It was a rough night of sleep for me. Pain. I had some pain issues, and I kept waking up. So, and then I set the alarm. The alarm didn't go off, or I just didn't hear it. Right. All I want is to keep busy and live. Yeah, that's all you want. Because I do notice that, you have a tendency when you are out of work or you're retired or whatever, you tend to slack off on stuff. So I'm guilty of that. And I think it's due to some depression because, when you're working, when I've been in the field that I was in over 30 years. So that's who I was. And then when you didn't have that to go to anymore, it's like, now what do I do? What do I do with myself? And that's what prompted me to activate. I always had the YouTube channel, but I never did anything on it. And I said, well, you know what? I'm going to dive into this and see what happens. And it's been a blessing because I've met all you wonderful people. And so I get to share some time with you guys each day. I've been with the wife for 14 years, never had an argument, but plenty of scares. My colleague Chase saved her life a few times, woke her up as he could smell her low or high. Oh, that's wonderful that the dog does that. And that is scary. I'm sorry for the both of you. And yeah, that's 14 years. It's you depend on each other. And life, that's your life. The applied wood fix. Yes, H. I know. If it's used the force a few times, I won't tell. Yeah, it's scary when you have to worry about that. And I've always had like the sleep apnea because I have huge tonsils. So even as a kid, and they wouldn't remove them when I was a kid. I don't know why, but they didn't. My father used to watch me sleep to make sure because I would breathe in and then it was it, and then I would start breathing again. So they always monitored me. But I won't use one of those CPAP machines because I don't want this sucking cup of oxygen on my face. I can't have anything touching my face when I'm sleeping. So it is what it is. And I was also told by a specialist that even if they removed the tonsils, it probably wouldn't cure the sleep apnea. So I don't know how people do it where they get this stupid thing on their face and You're trying to sleep and you got this suction cup. It's just awful. I couldn't imagine it. My aunt had a little dog that could detect when she was having diabetic problems, and isn't that amazing how they do that? My dog knows when I'm not feeling good because she comes up and clings to me, and she follows me like right by my side. So it's amazing on how they pick up on that stuff. And then I've seen dogs where, yeah, when people have seizure issues, and the dog detects it first, and it makes the person lay down and then and comforts them and cushions their heads, uh, or lets them know that they need to take their medication. It's amazing how they do that. Still like talking gibberish and blood sugar, and then fought through it. She's been in a coma a few times. Oh my goodness, poor girl, poor girl. I think they have a less invasive CPAP now, no mask. Yeah, I can't have nothing on my face. If it was just like the oxygen lines, like you get in the hospital where they put them in your nose, I could think I could deal with that. But otherwise, yeah, nothing on my face. I can't stand it. I even hate it when my hair gets in my face. It just drives me insane. Dogs are absolutely the best. Yeah, they are. They want nothing, just love. That's all they want. And it's the truest form of unconditional love. It really is. From a dog or cat. It really is amazing. I've been rewatching some documentaries. Well, not rewatching because I've seen some, but not all of them from the 9/11 incident. And wow, I'm finding out some stuff that I didn't even know that happened that day. And when they brought in dogs and stuff, hundreds of dogs to help find people after the disaster, and amazing. And all they wanted was to be loved up, and even after all of that hard work, that's all they wanted. This is love and yeah, and food. My dog's a food whore. I can never eat a meal without having to share it with the dog. And she'll just sit there and wait patiently, staring at me. I have a sandwich. Like, yep, I know you've got to have some too. Well, any animal, they're all amazing because, just like when there's some kind of natural disaster headed our way, and the animals pick up on it first. So, I mean, they always tell you always watch what the animals are doing. They predict what's going on because they feel it before we do. I really don't mean to sound like a bag, but our team name is D&M Paranormal, not D and M Paranormal. There's a few teams with similar names. No, you're not. No, you're not being a problem, Dan. No, when I do the thumbnails, I go directly to your page and I copy your icon and the name. So yeah, it's gonna be correct. So no worries. Because yes, there are a lot of teams with the same thing. I've seen that, but I got the right one. They're even training dogs to smell cancer. Yeah, they are. Isn't that amazing? My dog looks at me while I'm cooking or eating, and I swear I hear her humming that song in the arms of an angel. Stuff. She'll whine. She's like, come on, hurry up. I want mine. I'm thinking, oh, God. But I always make her wait until we're done, having our meal, and then she gets what's left over. And I know a lot of people say, oh, you shouldn't do that. Well, why not? Oh, it's like last night I made pork chops, garlic mashed potatoes, corn, and We finished ours, and I always make something extra so that she's got her piece as well. So yeah, she's so spoiled. So she got her pork chop too. I had a dog and a cat, and I would dish them up their food when I would mine, and we would all eat together at the same time. That's what we do. But see, my dog's she's a smart ass. Her bowl will be full, fresh water, fresh food, but no, she wants the people food first. Then she'll go and eat hers. She's such a hog. They are amazing. Yeah, they are amazing. Hello, Special Ed. Welcome to the Morning Brew. Glad to have you aboard. I know you're good, Laura. I was just letting the chat know. My apologies if I came across. Oh, no, you didn't. You didn't. But you're right, because there is a lot of teams with the same name. But I knew that when I contacted you, it's by the icon. And then and the videos, when I watch the videos, I go, yep, I got the right group. And so, yeah, I always double check. Excuse me. Yeah, we know who you are. Don't worry. We're we're watching. Sorry, guys. God. No D bags in the stream. Check out. Yeah. Yeah, you know how folks could be in this field. Oh, don't we all know? In every, it's in every field. It's not just ours. It's, like when I talk with Bill, car people or music people or anybody that, yeah, you've just got your group of Karens or your D bags that, some of them have egos that are so huge that you just want to slap them down a couple of notches. Then if they get bums, because I would tell them they've had their dinner. This is that doesn't work here because she still does it. she whines, and then she'll circle the table and sit again and look at us, and she's waiting to see who's going to give in first. My sister-in-law is a dog lover. Her previous dog, Charlie, was awesome. I bonded with him the week before lockdown. And I get why people have dogs now. I don't think I could have managed my own, though. You know what? You got to see what's going to be suited to you, Roger. It might be just one of those little dogs, which actually can be trained to go potty in the house. So it's you just got to find the right dog for your lifestyle and your abilities. Athena's a lot for me. When I got her, though, I was feeling pretty good, even though I still had the fibro thing going on. I just now that it's rough for me because I'm on the second floor, so I have to run her up and down the stairs all the time. And she's a German Shepherd, so she likes a lot of she's high energy. So sometimes it could be pretty rough. No D bags, plenty of tea bags. Wait, still not right. Yeah. They're out there, Phil. It's not Step Brothers. I know. I hated that movie. There you go, Leah. So yes, they could be persnickety. She's being nice, persnickety. I steer away from it because I just don't have patience for people who have an ego that's so huge. It's like, who do you think you are? People are people. No one is better than the other. And people say I'm trouble. You are, Palm. Trouble with a capital T. Watch out for the cold brew bags. Oh, God. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I am not a fan of that movie. I don't, and I'm not too thrilled with the people that play in the movie either. It's just awful. I think it would be affordability as much as the responsibility. A lifetime is quite different to a week. Yeah, yeah, it is. It's a, it's a big responsibility to maintain a pet. Kids are a little bit easier because they're pretty much self-sufficient, very independent. Where a dog is a little more work. Cold brew, sweet tea bag, and Sprite is delicious, by the way. Oh, see, I'm not the only one that can't type this morning. Don't feel it. Don't feel bad, Phil. I get it. I get it. Yeah, my dog should go out running more than she does. I just I don't have it in me anymore. So then when we do go somewhere, we're gonna be gone for the day. Then we'll bring her, and usually we're out in the middle of nowhere, so I let her run, and it's never enough for her. I think she could run for days and never get tired. She kills me. Endless supply of energy. And then usually it's like late at night. That's when she wants to play, tug of war with one of her toys. So we do that. She's got the toy with has the ball on the end with the braided rope. I'll take that and I'll throw it through the house and she goes running for it. I settle for brisk waddles. I don't know if you guys could hear that. This is the train whistle. It's my ride. I gotta go. Usually it's pretty loud. Apparently the guy's too tired to pull the chain. Let that whistle rip. But I've already made the decision that yeah, I think that's the last dog. The last dog for this trip. It's too much for me, and we can't have a little dog because I know somebody will end up sitting on it. How many times we sat on the cat? So it's little dog. I don't want to endanger its life. I'm about to go back into work, so I have to hop off. Hope you all have a wonderful day. We are going to attempt to go live late tomorrow. So early Sunday morning for Trans Allegheny. Oh, nice. The asylum. I'm looking forward to that. We'll definitely be there and have a great day. Don't work too hard. And thanks for joining us. I really, really appreciate it. Asylum pending signal. We would love for you all to come hang out with us if you're up. Oh, yes, definitely. If I'm up and functional, I will be there. I haven't had a chance to go out anywhere last couple of weeks. And of course, it's supposed to rain this weekend. See, that's usually the only time I get a chance to go out is on the weekends. Because my husband works all week, so hoping, got my fingers crossed that maybe it'll be a dry spot somewhere I can get out and go play around somewhere. Oh, thank you, Dan. Yeah, we'll see you soon. And if not, have a great weekend. But yeah, usually if you guys go on live, I pop in. Or I'm just lurking in the background. Lately, I've been doing a lot of lurking because I just trying to work and pay attention to somebody's stream. And so I just listen. Listen and do my research and Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a good one, Steph. We're all going to have to check it out. Definitely going to have to check that out. And then there's some days where you just burned out and you don't want to watch anything and just you shut everything down because you're tired. Paranormal burnout is a real thing, guys. Sometimes you just because you talk about it, you read about it, you're watching everybody's stuff, and it's like, oh God, I just need a day where I don't need any of this stuff. I had to take it. I had to take next week off for Pom's birthday. Oh, national holiday. Yeah, guys, go check out a D&M. If they pop in for a live, that'll be great. And then, oh yeah, wrestling is when is the wrestling tonight, guys? I forgot. I have to look it up. That's fun too. Ghost the ghost when you burn out. Yeah, sometimes you just got to walk away for a couple of days because it is, and everything that's been going on lately, it's just like, oh God, I'm so tired of hearing about it. I'm tired of hearing about it. But then you got to hear about it because like with me, when I'm doing stories for the magazine, I've got to know what's going on so I could put stuff in there. Because I do have a section there, what's going on in the community, and I got to know what's going on to put it in there. So it's and then from one moment to the next, it changes so quickly. You're like, oh shit! So I gotta watch something else, or you do the best that you can. But we all got to remember we need to take time just for ourselves because it can be overwhelming. Thanks, Steph. I just made sure that I was subbed to the right one. Yeah, make sure it's the right one. But with the little ghost guy. So, because there are a lot of people with the same name. I was surprised. Like when I was making up the name for my channel, it was just going to be raw. And then when I see, there's a whole bunch of those. So that's why I threw in the side, a raw side. So it made me separate from the rest. And of course, mine is the raw is abbreviations for other words. So it's which Raven, did they ever do that? You were the one that did that thing, right? For Crow, did they ever do that? The trivia? Because I didn't hear about it. Because I wanted to see who would got it right. Had a spaghetti made most of all of the content creators now as wrestlers. A lot of time he goes live. I'm at work, or out, so I don't know all of them. Oh, I do know. Actually, I was honored by him. He made me a character, Susan, a couple other people. He told me he said he's got a huge list, and actually says we need to get more women in. So everybody's just gotta be patient. He's he's gonna get to it when he gets to it. Yeah, I don't know if it was you, Raven, or who was it? So they were when Crow was doing the trivia shows. And that I don't know if it was, I'm pretty sure I thought it was you. I thought you contacted me and wanted to know what Raw stood for, so you could use it as a trivia question on Crow's show. Sir Pomp, well, I'll be celebrating my mom's birthday too, since you had a wonderful foresight to have your birthday 30 years after hers. Oh, Is Wiz and Philip wrestling? No, they're not wrestlers yet. No. That's why my channel ended up to be UK cleaning products, and I see why no one has the name. I helped with the trivia. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yes. I thought it was you. Oh, all right. So yes, I didn't even get to catch it or whatever. So I don't know if anybody guessed it right or not. And of course, Crow hasn't been feeling well. Yeah, and I did read that he is home now and still on the mend. So send some hearts for Crow. Let him know you're thinking about him. Phil said, I used to wrestle for real. I did too, Phil, in school. That was many moons ago. Does Philip wrestle in special pudding match? Yeah, that's what it is. The pudding match. That would be freaking funny as hell. Florio got really mad at me when I mentioned spaghetti. Found not to bring that up with her. Oops. Oh, really? Okay. Apparently she's mad at him. Thumb wrestling doesn't count, Philip. Oh, come on. He was all-star stuff. Don't take that away from him. I wrestle with my anxiety. Sweetie, you and all the rest of us. So it counts. Everybody's got anxiety about something. See, everybody's saying, yes, it does. Yeah, it does. It counts. I set up the ring in my backyard for a year or so, for a few years. Oh, wow. Right in your yard. That's cool. I used to set up an ice skating rink in my yard. You shouldn't wrestle with anything, Raven. You're awesome. Oh, that was kind of you, Pop. Yes, she is awesome. But we all have anxieties. But you know what? You got to choose. Are you going to rule your world, or is anxiety going to rule your world? You've got to make it a conscious effort. And I know a lot of people, easier said than done. But you've got to. That's where you got to be strong and say, I'm tired of this. And don't put yourself in those situations where the anxiety can control you. I've learned that. If I know there's a situation or people or something that's going to bring on the anxiety issue, then I avoid it. I figure, well, no, I'm not putting myself there. That's not worth it. So, Philip is Nacho Libre Americano. Nacho. Yeah. That's funny. Nacho Libre. Steph, you killed me. It's so funny. Oh, now he wants nachos. See what you guys did. Terrible. It's terrible. We mention a food and then we want it. God, I haven't had nachos in forever. I had friends that used to come over, and her husband used to make homemade nachos. So they would bring all this stuff and they would make the nachos, and we'd sit there and play cards or something. And the stuff was awesome. Of course, then, life gets involved and, do those things anymore. Oh, excuse me. I'm having barbecued ribs with corn for breakfast. And that is a great way to start the day, Leanne. I do it. Barbecued ribs. I mean, you can have those any time of the day. It's funny. You get in your head sometimes, like maybe it's because the way you're raised. Certain things are for breakfast, certain things are for lunch, and certain things are for dinner. Well, where is it written that you can't have pizza for breakfast or, like I said, barbecue ribs? You eat what you're hungry for. Like me, like I said, I usually have fresh fruits, bowl of cereal, cold pizza. Don't let Sarah hear that. Because I do love a good cold pizza. And I'd have that for breakfast. What the hell? It's whatever I feel like eating. What is everybody's normal breakfast fare? You guys have a specific thing that you have, or Scott Eastwood? That's right. She was thinking dessert. Get out of here, Phil. 600-pound dude dislocated my hip and pulled again. Groin. Had to pop it back in place. Oh. I mean, I could actually feel that. What the hell's the matter with them? Somebody's so big. Were there class restrictions when you were wrestling? Holy crap. What the hell did he eat? His tag team partner? That or the mascot? Holy shit. Breakfast, what is that? Oh, come on, Roger. You gotta have something. What do you... I see, breakfast could be, you break your fast at any time of the day. So, what is your first meal of the day? I'm in the UK. I eat ice packs. At home in Sweden, I'd only eat chips. Oh, jeez. Oh, there you go. That's what she ate. 600 pounds. I would have said, that's it. I would have laid on the mat and said, he got me. I'm done. Screw that. Good morning, Dragon. How are you? And how much did you weigh at that time, Phil? Because, I mean, they don't normally do that. Well, here, they not, you were all in like the same class. So the weight, I mean, there was a weight difference, but not by that much. Holy mackerel. I'm the same way. I only eat one main meal. Ah. I'm about to tuck into my roast chicken dinner at 2 a.m. because why not? That's right, Sky. Why not? Why not? No weight class in indie wrestling. Oh, crap. No way. No, I wouldn't have done it. I would have said, you're not putting me up against Kong. I'm out of here. No, they always kept, when we were in school, it was always kept, you had a weight class so that you didn't have some big, huge kid pounding a crap out of like a 30-pound scrawny. That's just crazy. You were about 280 and I was 6. That's just wrong. So it was like you were getting your butt kicked by 2 people at once. my God. Poor Phil laying on the mat, pummeled by this freaking gorilla. That's insane. Yeah, there you go. Use a taser. That's right. You say, bring it on, Kong. I'm going to light you up. Winner. Work sure has a way of interfering with my entertainment today. That's why you shouldn't have fixed the phone. I told you. You just keep saying, what? What? I can't hear you. Hello? Hello? And then hang up. Like, I've never done that. So I could go in at 120 and get crushed by 600 pounds. Pretty much, Raven. Steamroller. Holy shit. Poor Raven would be just like a flattened thing on the mat, just like, flattened right out. She'd become a picture. A smudge. They'd be like, what the hell is that? Well, that was Raven. It used to be Raven. That's crazy. Imagine that guy just flopped down on top of Phil yelling, steamroll. I used to do that with my son. Or I tell my son to do it to his father, because my son's a big guy. He's a steamroller, and he'd lay down and roll over him, and he's like, ah. Yeah, flat as a pancake. If like the cartoon characters when they get rolled over something, and they're thin as a sheet of paper, and they got like a roll to them. Oh my God. Hey, Chris. How's it going, Chris? Good morning. So, yeah, these guys are putting yogurt in their. Is it like it's a shredded wheat kind of a thing, isn't it, guys, that you guys are talking about? Still a bit of a crunch, but some soggy parts. Yeah, don't do soggy. Oh. I have a friend who's Dominican, and she made that the cake that they love. The Hispanic people like the oh God, it's the milk cake. I can't remember the name of it right offhand. Still have morning brain. I feel you, Chris. I almost didn't make it to my own show. Overslept. Yeah. She's like, it's fantastic. She made it. And then we ate it after dinner. When I'm thinking, oh, this thing, it's soggy on the bottom. It's like, oh, I don't do soggy cake. It grossed me right out. I'm 115. I would be flattened. Yeah. I mean, just 115. And then you've got, 600 pounds. I would be running the other way. Or take Steph's advice. Bring a taser. Winner. Winner due to electrocution. A raven would be considered roadkill. Oh man, that's bad. Roadkill. Oh. Soggy cake. Yeah, it's a Hispanic. It's the milk cake. They put the sweetened condensed milk. They pour it over the cake. Oh God. Something de leche, they call it. I forget the full name, but it was the first time I had it. And I'm like, oh, no, I'm doing this. It was soggy on the bottom. It was disgusting. I'd be roadkill. Yeah, you would. Roadkill. What do you do when coffee isn't quite enough. Asking for a friend, maybe. Sage. Well, you can make it strong, go full out espresso or what is Cuban coffee. I heard it's pretty rough. So you might have to get into the stronger stuff. You could walk away. He was slow. Oh, he was slow. Yeah, being 600 pounds, I'd say so. Arroz con leche. Maybe that was it. I don't know. All I know, yeah, it was a milk cake. And I was like, oh, she loved it. I think you enjoy it. That's all that matters. Not my thing. At his size, everyone was rolled. Yeah, you said that right. I mean, we got to give kudos to Phil. He braved it. He took the damage. I would have said, nah, it's all right. I would have saw that guy coming and said, I'm out of here. Then no way. Cocaine works wonders, I hear. Oh, I'll take your word for it. Not trying it, but yeah. Have to go, guys. Hope you all stay well. Look forward to hearing from you. Laura, have a great weekend and take care. You too, Sean. Love to the family. Hopefully, you guys will be on soon again so we can enjoy your lovely show. And yes, you'll be hearing from me soon. We'll set it all up. It'll be great fun. Excuse your French, right, Chris? Whatever the language, it's all good to me. He's just naming a cake. It was Spanish. He was speaking Espanol. I imagine there were no ropes to the ring that the dude could jump off. Oh, God, that's just painful to even think about stuff. He would have landed on Phil. Phil would have been gone. It was either he would have been, just punched through the mat, through the earth. Oh my God! Or he would have exploded. Chat again on the next one, guys. Yeah, I do it. I do the morning brew Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays, Sundays, if possible. So yeah, you can catch us again. I look forward to it, Sean. You guys, you have a great weekend. Thank you for hanging. Slap that like button. All that fun stuff. Pro wrestling, like WWE, such as there was storylines and some choreographed, like pro wrestling. Oh, okay. Yeah, but even with that guy, now I wouldn't even do anything with that guy. Holy mackerel. Let's see, at least with spaghetti wrestling, nobody actually gets hurt. You'd all be in trash. Oh, yeah, I know. We'd all be busted up. Totally busted up. I used to think that too when I used to watch pro wrestling. I went, come on. The guy just got nailed with a steel chair and he's, give me a break. Laura is never not running alive. Hey, I got to keep it going. Right, Chris? You got to let them know we're out there. Oh, Dragon, if you've never watched Sean's program, the Bristol Paranormal, him and his brother, and then they pull in the rest of the family sometimes. It is so funny. And I love it when he has a son on there. If you're still here, Sean, they'll be saying things, and the reaction, just look at the son's face. I die laughing. Because the son's thinking, my father just said that, or my uncle just said that. And it's just really funny. Some people take the real shots with the chairs to sell the no, yeah, that's just crazy. And it is dangerous because look how many have lost their lives practicing to do what they do in the ring, and it's just a freak accident. A lot of them break their necks and stuff. It's dangerous stuff. Even though a lot of it's choreographed, it's still dangerous. And they have to be big dudes. They couldn't survive it. Takes a lot of strength to do that stuff. All the dudes that was standing there saying timber, he's just like made sure he fell because there was probably no escape in that ring, no matter which way. I know. He took up the whole ring, 600 pounds. Good Lord. Actually, I still watch wrestling. You never know when they might change it up a bit. It's the longest way. I did enjoy it. But I don't even know any of the. Well, I know some of the new wrestlers, but I don't keep up with it like I used to. I used to know all of the wrestlers back in the day, but you get older, and I got married and have family, and I just didn't have time for wrestling. So they lose their lives getting it to painkillers. Yeah, yeah. That or they were on steroids. There was a big steroid issue way back, I remember. And I used to like Vince McMahon until I found out what an asshat he was. And I'm thinking, oh, forget it, man. This guy's a jerk. Kind of ruined it for me. Back, yeah, painkillers and substances to keep going. Yeah, exactly. Because, like we even say, yeah, it might be choreographed and planned out, but they still get hurt. That stuff's dangerous. So, yeah, they take the painkillers so they can keep doing what they do, and then they become dependent. It's awful. It's an awful cycle. How could he even walk? I know, 600 pounds, man. And like I said, he had like probably impact tremors, right? Hogan was more of a jerk than Vince. You think? Yeah, roid rage, terrible. It's a terrible thing. Wasn't there? It was a while back. One of the wrestlers, actually, uh, took out his family and himself. Yeah, they said it was roid rage. I remember a big scandal with Hogan and his anti-drug campaign, and fact that he was on steroids. Oh, yeah, I think they all were. I think they all were. And actually, I think Vince pushed them to continue the use of it. Now it's all for the show. I met a bunch of wrestlers at a bar after the WCW PPV in '97. Half of them are dead. Yeah, I know. All the ones that I liked are gone. And I only met 2 wrestlers when I was younger because they were doing a wrestling match here at our auditorium. And it was Andre the Giant. And then another guy, I forget his name. Actually, I believe it was the Ultimate Warrior before he became the Ultimate Warrior. He was in a tag team. And I forgot his real name. I met them too in the parking lot. Andre was just a big teddy bear of a guy. Chris Bonet was at that bar. Isn't that cool? It's so cool when you get to meet them. In a setting like that where everything's like laid back. When my husband used to be the maintenance supervisor for a hotel back in the day, it was the Ramada Inn here. And that's when they had a big baseball thing going on. And they had all the famous baseball players come here. Well, they were shorthanded the limo driver. So my husband got to drive these guys around. And he said some of them were great and some of them were real jerks. But he made some good tips. And he was taking them to the casino. And my husband, when he brought him back, one of the players, Jose Canseco, left his casino card in a limo. And we have it here somewhere. We put it away. I forget it's here somewhere. But it's pretty cool. Chris Renee was the guy who killed his family. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I knew. I just couldn't remember who it was. Isn't it terrible? I barely know any other wrestler. Yeah, see, I don't even know the majority of. I don't know who's wrestling nowadays. To be honest, I really don't. But back, yeah, when I was before I got married, I knew all of them. Never missed a show. And I just thought it was really cool to have that one opportunity to meet those two guys in the parking lot at the local hotel. It was great. And I had Andre the Giant's autograph, and God knows what happened to it over the years. I still would have loved to have had it, but I don't. It just disappeared. And he was huge. And he got the biggest kick out of it because when I seen him, I'm like, oh, and he started laughing. It's a note to self: never become a WWE wrestler. Yeah, it's rough on the body, rough on the spirit. Oh, I used to like roller derby too. Man, the chicks were tough. I had a bad feeling about it. The GP said that I don't have to be. She said I would be facing withdrawal. Obviously, stupid man. It took 6 months, but I don't suffer now. It was 13 years ago. Oh, goodness. Because they put you on these medications, and the long term is bad news. It really is. So if you guys can, come clean and not be on it, fantastic. That's a hard road to travel. Watched 2 TVs to watch WWF and WCW when Monday nights wars were going. Oh, yeah. Phil was all into it. Now, me and my friends, we would all get together and watch it. And then what ruined it for my friends is they went to go see it live at the auditorium. And they said it was so fake. It totally just crushed all of their dreams. It was so fake. They were so disappointed. I was at a show in Baltimore in the 80s when Rex Steamboat was getting in his car after my mom was yelling, Tito, how about an autograph? There you go. Go, mom. She went for it. Well, see, we knew that they were going to be there, so we purposely rode our bikes up there. And I had a folded sheet of paper in my hand and a pen with me, and the paper fit in his hand. The guy was huge. He was just huge. Towered over the van that they came in. It was pretty awesome. I bet you wanted the ground over. No, man. She thought he was Tito Santana. It's funny. I would have been yelling too. If they're not gonna, your kid ain't gonna step up. I'd say, "Hey!" I used to break him on my son all the time when he wasn't involved with a girl, and he'd take me somewhere. Like one time we were at the bank, and there was this, or no, we were at a Dunkin' Donuts. There was this girl, and she was cute. And he was taking the orders, and I says, "Well, hey, she's cute. Ask her for her digits." He's like, "Shut up, Mom! Shut up! Come on, get her number." Hey, Goth Gal, how's it going? Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are. Thanks for coming to hang out with us. And the thing is, it's funny, even though that we know that it's not 100% legit, it's still fun, and it's nice. I mean, they're famous for what they do, so if you can get their autograph, do it. I have a cousin who's all up into it. He met a ton of wrestlers and he has their autographs and all of that. And it was fun. But so nowadays, I don't even know who's in there anymore. I don't even know who still wrestles. Probably not nobody that I know or that I knew back in the day. Most of them are probably gone. One of my favorites there, yeah, was Rowdy Piper. I just maybe it was the kilt, I don't know, but I loved him. Morning, I was actually in when you first went live, but had a headache, so I went back to bed. But left your stream running. Oh, thank you, and I'm sorry about the headache. Hopefully, it's gone. See, honestly, I was up earlier. I was up at 6, and I said, "Well, no, it's too early to jump into stuff." So I made sure I set my alarm. So I got up, and no, it didn't work. So I woke up, and I had like 15 minutes to get my shit together and get on here. I was like, "Oh, I'm running to the house." Slamming into stuff because I wasn't awake. So I'm lucky I even played the right intro. But the coffee's kicked in and I'm functioning now. I wrestle almost every day. Should I have one more cup or not? Go for it. Go for it. I mean, actually, how much do you have? I have, well, because I use a big mug and I usually don't finish it. So I'd say like 1.5 maybe in the morning and then the same at night. So it's not a lot. And actually, if it wasn't so late, I should have done the tea that Wayne sent me because it was cold, but I didn't. My husband made coffee, so I had the coffee instead. But I still got to put the kettle on, man. I got to get that, try that tea. I saw my friend's wife in the ATM and messing with her. I yelled, "That's about the ugliest woman." Oh, God, Chris. Oh, my God. It's funny. And as I got closer, she saw, was stunned and disgusted. And not my friend's wife. Oh. Oh my God. Oh my God, that's freaking hilarious. It's just oh, right. Could you imagine what that homeless thing is? Oh, you're an asshole. Yeah. Calling me. Oh my God. That's freaking hilarious. It was a big time blooper. Did you ever see Rowdy Piper's movie? Yes, I love it. They Live. They got such a beating, that movie. I thought it was a really good movie. I mean, they had him saying some really corny, you know, sayings and stuff and some parts of it, but otherwise I thought it was a really good movie. Yeah, They Live is a classic. Yeah, it is. Actually, I just watched it not too recently on YouTube. It's probably still on there for free. I love it. And not for nothing. That could be the truth. That's the thing that's freaky about it. It was top notch for the 80s. Yeah, it was. Well, he was at the height of his popularity, so it's yeah. That was the thing that was awesome about it. It was just he was popular and they come up with the movie and Everybody said, "Oh, it was terrible." It was terrible. I thought I loved it. And it's funny how you get a lot of people. I never listen to the critics because one person might love something, another person's going to hate it. Not everybody's going to really love all the movies out there. Like another one there, it was Stephen King movie, the Maximum Overdrive, classic. Loved it. That thing got stomped into the ground. I thought it was an awesome movie. And the underlying thing was, how do you know that, machinery isn't going to take over society, become intelligent? That was the scary part. I'm in need of my morning Coca-Cola. Yeah, I hold off on the soda until lunchtime. Even though I need to stop drinking that crap. But like I was saying the other day, there's certain things you got to have a soda with. Oh my God, love They Live. Yeah, it's awesome. It was just on YouTube for free to watch. I don't know if they still got it listed. But every time they do, I watch it. It's cool. I never forgave my school dentist. He pulled out one of my canines, and the one that replaced it left me with a crooked smile. Oh, that stings, Roger. I mean, you could have had it. Well, I don't know what was done, but now, yeah, they could still have it fixed. And a school dentist took it out. That's wow. Well, yeah, that's why they call you practicing medicine. I don't do coffee, so Coca-Cola is my caffeine. Well, there you go. Do you drink tea, Leanne? A lot of people aren't fans of tea either. And I have issues with certain teas, so that's why Wayne was so nice to send me Yorkshire tea. And someday I might, do the video that I promised and pull out all my tea gadgets and brew up a pot. I don't have premium or YouTube TV, so I don't get the movies and stuff. Well, it's just regular YouTube, Roger. You don't have regular YouTube? Just type in, and it comes up in the free movie section. Because I don't pay for the premium either. I do energy drinks. Ooh, bad, Roger. Energy drinks are not good. They're worse than soda. My son was hooked on them for a while, and I yelled at him. I said, just stop drinking that garbage. If you're going to drink garbage, at least, a soda. But the energy drinks are just awful. Tea if I don't have them or Coke. Ah. Well, I know Steph just got that coffee. The chocolate, what was it? Chocolate mint? Steph, correct me if I'm wrong. I forgot. She said it's awesome from the coffee girls that I had on the show last week. So now I told myself I got to save up my pennies so I can go get the bag of the rum and banana. It just sounds good. After I gave up drinking, I had 8 pints of Coke instead. I was bouncing off the walls. Yeah, I believe it. I believe it. How long do you steep your tea, Laura? Just doing a poll. It's actually 3 to 5 minutes or so, depending on how strong I want it. They make natural energy drinks. Oh, do they now? Oh, well, that's good. Because the common ones make me feel. Yeah, they do. They're just. I remember my son would come home because my son likes to try all different stuff, and so every time somebody would come out with something new, he would buy it and bring it home. And I would open it. I go, oh, it smells great. I'd take a sip. I'm thinking, oh my God, this is awful. See, I don't like artificial sweeteners. So anything that's going to leave that residue is like, ugh, and you can't get rid of it. It's awful. So, but it's good now that they're making natural ones, so it's less. I mean, we ingest so many chemicals. Why add to the disaster? And a spooky teapot. I don't have a spooky teapot. I wish I did. I'm looking to add to my collection. I've got all kinds of interesting teapots, teacups. And then when I see on, Facebook, you'll see this real wild one. You're like, yes, and it's AI generated. It's like, oh, come on. I'd love to have a spooky set, but I've got to find one. That's what I do. Yeah, it's gotta sit for a while. Well, see, because I'm not the one. I don't put the tea bag in the cup because I explained it to everybody. I do it the English way. You put the kettle on, you warm the teapot. I have a teapot, the teacups. You got to have all the stuff to have. I don't know. I'm weird. I just like to have my tea that way. Or my husband would just throw the bag in a regular coffee mug and pour hot water in it. I don't think it tastes as good. Yes, the chocolate mint. Yeah, okay. She said the chocolate mint. She said it's awesome. So it was worth the cost. It's really good. I was kind of iffy, but man, I'm glad I ordered it. Oh, see, good. So it takes away the little fear that I've got of when I do order a bag. Because it's $18. It's yikes. So by the time you're done, it's over $20 probably for a bag of coffee. So I better hope I like it. I do my iced tea in an interesting way. I have a 12-cup coffee maker. I put 4 iced tea bags in it, run the water through it, and then pour it over a gallon pitcher of ice. Oh, okay, that's good. Here we just use it's instant iced tea mix. It comes with a lemon already in it, and the 400 pounds of sugar. And we only have that in the summer. I have a brain condition that gives me pressure headaches that I have to treat with caffeine normally. I just use V8 Energy. But really bad ones, I need more caffeine. Oh my goodness. Hey, Chesa must have heard us calling our name out into the abyss. Good morning, sweetness. How are you? Goth girl, my mother-in-law suffered from migraines, and the medication that they gave her was pure caffeine. I don't know if you've heard of it. I don't even remember the name of it, but yeah, that's what cured the migraine. Was this medication, pure caffeine, and then of course she would drink coffee and stuff too. I do not. I do have a ton of tea. I never drink it. I've recently enjoyed strawberry lemonade, and I can't do sweeteners besides sugar or honey. Yeah, I don't like any other sweetener. If you're gonna use sugar or honey, or just go without, because it's just artificial stuff is disgusting. And yes, Miss Chesa is here. It's so good to see her. What have you guys been up to, Chesa? You and that crazy hubby of yours. I haven't even seen you. Haven't even been on, have you? I hope everything's going well. Let's see. Now for hot tea, it varies on how long I steep it and what flavor I'm using. Yeah, I agree, Dragon. Yeah, it depends. Yeah, on the flavor. And if I want it stronger or weaker, yeah. And I'm usually the only one drinking it. So I usually put in just 2 tea bags per pot because I'm only going to get a couple of cups out of it. So it's 1 bag per cup is how I measure it. So I don't use loose tea because I don't want to deal with the mess. So it's easier just to use the bags and put them in the teapot and let them steep. Kind levels in a pill. I don't remember the name of the pill that she used to take. Yeah, I'm not a fan of headaches either. Not at all. And migraines are the worst. I wouldn't wish them on anybody. It's horrible. I hope everyone is doing well. We're doing good, sweetie. We hope you are well. We miss chatting with you on your own lives. I have migraines as well. It is called idiopathic carnation. Oh my God, hypertension. That's a mouthful. My goodness. Consume caffeine works better than pills. In the hospital, they literally treat you with coffee or pop. Oh, okay. And you go what works the best. Wow. Yes, guy's a famous dancer now. That's so funny. Yeah, that's. Oh, I'm so sorry, Goth Girl. That's just awful. Just to, it's funny how we all have our something. We all have got some kind of an ailment that we deal with, and then when it's hard, when you can't even find something to alleviate, the misery that you have to live through. And the last thing we want to do is be, living on pills. I freaking hate it. I've got to take some stuff for certain things that I've got going on, and I forget, and then I get my ass chewed out. But I just get tired of, start your day with a bunch of pills. You've always been famous to me, darling. Your puppets are legendary. Yes, they are. They're so cute. Are you going to be coming back to us, Cheza, live? That is the big question. The big question. Yeah, the last magazine, I put all of Sky's lovely creations in there so everybody can enjoy them. Used to have to have a little deal that looked like a little acorn on. Yeah, I was going to. I was going to get one of those. Yeah, to deal with the loose tea, but I don't really buy loose tea, so it's just easier. Easier. It's already bagged up. Um, but yeah, the little globe there on the chain for the loose tea, and then they have the strainers, so you could use them per cup. But I just don't want to deal with any of that stuff. And of course, unless it's a certain tea that I couldn't get, and it only comes loose, then of course you have no choice. But I don't have a lot of teas bother my stomach. So that's when I was talking about they at one time, and uh, Wayne says, "Well, to have proper tea, you have to have Yorkshire tea." So he sent it to me. Such a darling. So I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna try it. I told him I'd film it so you guys could see some of my teapot collection, but I just haven't found the time to slip it in. Sorry, I popped out for a minute. That's okay, Chris. You got to do life, man. You got, just like when I popped out for a second, I had to take a call. My husband was calling me. So no matter what I'm doing, I drop it and I have to see because who knows if he needs help. So I always have to take the call. My son, my father, or my husband. Those are the only ones that I'll accept a call while doing a show. Sky Talker, I don't know why, but you remind me of one of those toys that were fairies. You push the button and they flew off, but you had no idea in what direction it was going to go. Oh, yeah. That's because she's pure energy. God love her. She's pure energy. Oh, Sage. I know that. I know where you are with that. Just, it's always tests and yeah, more bills and no answers. I used to get loose tea through some of the new age shops. I went to that. You couldn't get in bags. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Some of them they don't have in bags. So So that's when you have to get the tea ball or a strainer. And then, of course, there's a lot of people out there that just make up their own tea blends, which is really cool if you have all of that supply in hand. Are the shops that you go to, can you get where you make up your own blend too? That would be cool if you could make up your own blend and then they would bag it up for you. That'd be great. To be honest, I don't know if we have anything like that here where you could go into somewhere and make up your own blend. Let's see. If you're living podcast in the US, you can go to school for dentistry for free. I don't know where. I know you got here where I am. You got to pay for it, and it's a long road to become a dentist. The feeling thankful that the VA doesn't bill me, but no, the tests on tests are still away. Oh yeah, it's dragging because my dad he set up through the VA as well. And I have it arranged so that because of transportation difficulties and taking care of my mom, the VA comes here, the doctor comes here, the nurses come here. So my father has everything done here at the house, which is fantastic. It saves us a lot of trouble. Yep, you could create your own blends. Oh, that's cool. Oh, you get your dental work done for free by students. Ew. Yikes. Just say, want this herb, that herb, please, and they mix it up. Oh, that's pretty cool. I'm sure we've probably got something like that here, but I've never looked. Because I know a lot of the blends that I've bought or tried, just I end up with gives me a sour stomach, believe it or not. And they're only supposed to calm your stomach. No, I have a reverse reaction. It's weird. So, and the one that I would stick to would be the apple cinnamon. It's a fall time tea, and it's the only one that doesn't upset my stomach. So that's another reason why Wayne sent the Yorkshire. It's supposed to be the best. So, and I've heard that from many people in the UK that the Yorkshire is the best. Called Warriors for Freedom. If they are in your area, they can help with some of the transportation and stuff for you as well. Oh, okay. Thanks. Yeah. I mean, they said that they would arrange, like, if my father's got to go in for testing somewhere, they do have transportation that they would come and pick him up. So maybe that's part of it, the Warriors for Freedom. But now my father is going to be 81 next month, and he's healthy as an ox. God bless him. Perfect weight, perfect blood pressure. The VA took care of his cataracts, so now he can see perfectly again. And they've taken care of everything. So he's lucky. A lot of veterans don't get the help that they need. Does VA provide medical? Yeah, everything is paid for. He gets all of his medications, everything. The nurse comes here. She was just here, gave him all the shots that he needs, the pneumonia shot and all that stuff. So yeah, she was just here. They come every couple of months. And they also do call me to check, test his blood pressure, give us the readings, so that the doctor has it. Very nice people. Orders for Freedom can help with transportation to the store or whatever as well as such things. They don't just do these. Oh, that's nice to know. I meant, does VA provide medical during shutdown? Well, like I said, the nurse was just here, so I think they still would because it is a medical facility, so it's I believe it would still, and of course they just did the shutdown, so I don't know. She won't be contacting me for probably another month or so. And they're always such nice people. The nurse that comes here is just a great gal, and she loves to joke around with my father. And her name is Brandy, and so my father, comes back with, "Yeah, I've always enjoyed a good brandy." I'm like, "Dad," and she starts laughing. So they're really good people. But I'm gonna write that down, Warriors for Freedom, and I'll look into that. So if we ever need anything extra, because it's really difficult. I mean, you're taking care of my mother. So my father does a lot of that. So it's and then we only own one vehicle, and my husband has it because he's working. So we always have to work around the work schedule. So if we need to go anywhere, we have to wait. But yeah, Warriors for Freedom. I'll have to look into that. That's pretty cool. Thanks for letting me know about that. That cheered me way up. I gotta catch up on what's going on. I thought they took them off the market due to kids getting injured when the wings flew off. It probably did. Who knows? They make things up and then people like them and then they take them off the market because somebody's put an eye out or something. Like back in the day when they had the lawn game called Jarts. You guys know that it was the giant dart game that you'd play in the yard, and now they're illegal to own because people were throwing them at each other. Well, come on, you're not supposed to be throwing a giant, dart at each other. You're supposed to be throwing it towards the ground. Common sense, people. And actually, we still have a set of those in the attic. So if we go somewhere, it's like, come on, let's bring the jars. We'll play it. I don't see like the police showing up to confiscate, a lawn game. Parts were affected. Yeah, lawn darts. Yeah, it's called jarts, and we have it. You had the plastic ring you'd set on either end of the yard, and the giant darts, and you would throw them. And we used to have a ball playing that. But common sense. You don't throw the darts. When there's people standing at the other end, you get the hell out of the way. Still exists, much more dangerous. Yeah, well, they're here. They're illegal in New York. You're not supposed to have them. So we've got the hidden stash in the attic. Like marbles, they almost impossible to find now. They don't sell them because they're a choke hazard. Oh, really? I don't know. Because I could still get them here. We still get them here. I used to have a huge collection of marbles. Darn it, we're getting annoying. Tell them you're sick, Sage. Say, oh, I'm not feeling well, guys. I gotta go. No, I mean darts for dartboards. Really? Oh no, you can get them here. And we still have those. You have the electronic dartboard and all the darts, but we also have the traditional, well, the pointy darts. And I had friends that used to play chicken with those. They would throw them at each other's feet. Really? I'll be right back, Laura. Something sprung up. Okay, Sky. We believe you. Okay. Marbles are everywhere. Just break into Kevin McAllister's house. Yeah, you'll find them there. Darts, we can get no issue. Oh my God. I don't know. Isn't it strange how they just put restrictions on certain things that used to be so fun when we were younger? Hell, throwing knives, I can't find no issues. Yeah. Actually, I want to set up knives. I want to see if I can do that. I heard it's really difficult. And some of them are pretty cool. I was going to get a set, but they're really expensive. The good ones. And I would do them in the backyard. Set up a target and throw them in the yard. What the hell? Same thing like when we shoot bow. Of course, even though we're in the village on the edge of the city, you still have to ask the neighbors if they mind if you practice, archery. So I have a thing set up in my attic where we have the front windows are blocked off, and I have a backboard up there, and we did have a deer target and stuff up there too, and our attic is long enough so that we could actually get in a good practice. But yeah, if we didn't have the windows blocked off, you miss, you're shooting an arrow out the window and pray that it doesn't nail somebody out in the street. I've lost my marbles, Chris. They're gone. I don't know where they went. They're in a bag floating around somewhere in the cosmos. Did Alex axe throwing? I did axe throwing. I thought I'd be a sissy about it. It was fun. Oh, yeah, I want to try that too. How were you? Were you pretty good? Because I heard that's hard too. You can get decent ones for about $20. Oh, okay. Because I so want to do that. I tell my husband, oh, I want to try this. And he gives me this look like I'm crazy. Come on. It's too it's too expensive to come up with ammunition for, target shooting rifles and stuff. So knives is cheaper. And it's reusable, whereas, you go target shooting at the gun range, that's it. Cost a fortune now. We used to do that every weekend. We would go to either gun range, or we have sand pits here. We would go there and do target shooting with rifles and stuff. And now there's just so many rules and laws, and it's just ridiculous. They take the fun right out of it. Everything has to be locked up a special way when you're traveling with them, just to even go to the target range. It's crazy. So yeah, we don't do that anymore. And then, a box of ammunition is like 30 to 50 or so dollars. It's not, when you get them before, it was like $8. You didn't mind blowing off $8, but when it comes to $50, yeah. I'm not going to just do that for fun. I was okay. Some embarrassed throws. If the ace almost comes back to you, you made a really bad throw. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you don't want it bouncing and coming backwards. Yeah, I know. Yeah, the eggs. Yep. I used to be a thrown weapons marshal for the SCA. Oh, wow. So Dragon is a professional. A pro. I'll eventually still get some, and I'll try it. I got to try it at least once. And none of my friends have any, so I can't say, hey, let me borrow them and try them out. So I'll have to get my own. I mean, I have like collector knives and stuff like that, but it's not stuff that you throw around. And I mean, you guys see my background. I have, 2 swords, and I would love to do sword play too. But the one sword is like the Conan sword, and it's, oh my god, my arms would be killing me. So it's just decoration, but they're sharp. And the other one's the samurai sword, which is amazing. So and those are the swords that used to my son had in his collection, and he left them here. So I said, okay, I'll hang them up on the wall. You used to do spears too? Oh, cool. There's an art to that. I'm really good at archery. I was told by a professional that I was a natural at it because he was surprised. The very first time I did it, I pretty much hit bullseye. So it's apparently I have the eye and the eye for it, which is really cool. Really enjoy it. Throwing things at it. We're not throwing it at each other. Targets. But you never know. There might be a day where somebody needs to get nailed on one. I'm decent at archery. Yeah, I enjoy it. It's really fun. And it was great because here when we all started, we became friends with a man. This guy, oh my, he could shoot one blindfolded. He was amazing. He made all of his own arrows and everything. He knew everything. He was a specialty shop that we would go to, and he would make all of our equipment fit us personally. So it made the shooting experience all the more better. And unfortunately, he's not with us anymore, but he was a really great man, knew his stuff. And put it this way, we've never missed a shot. And it was great because when we moved to Missouri and we had all this stuff, and the neighbor was a hunter, and he seen the equipment that we had, and he was like, "Where did you get all this?" I said, "Well, you can't get that here. This isn't Walmart stuff. This is a special stuff from a specialty archery place." Was his name Robin? No, but he did know Errol Flynn, which was pretty cool. He actually had a personally signed poster of him in the shooting range of his store. Just the greatest guy. He looked, actually, it was funny because my son would call him Santa because he had a white beard. And so he always thought he was Santa. Such a nice man, him and his wife. And if you had any issues, they would be with you and show you how to adjust everything, all the equipment, and how to stand and how to do. I mean, just right down to the letter. They helped everybody, and really great people. And both of them are gone now. I guess you were shooting. I both. I do recurve, compound, and I use finger tabs. I didn't use release. And of course, you make your mistakes along the way. Remember to get that arm out of the way because it hurts. And for us girls, make sure the boobs are out of the way because I've done that too. On a 3D shoot, man, I was leaning over a deer stand, and I didn't have it in the right position, and my chest was in the way, and holy shit. I'll compare it to like you guys getting kicked in the jewels. It hurt, man. Did it hurt? I went to the range finally this weekend. Finally shot after my injuries. Man, I need to practice, but I'm proud I did pretty well. Good for you, Steph. I used to love going to the range, but they make it so that you can't even. It's so expensive, you can't do it. That's why I really love archery because it's reusable ammunition. You've got your bows and all that, and your arrows, and so it's really a good time. Oh, some of those guys got to get the boobs out of the way. Man boobs. Yeah, you don't want a string hitting that bad boy because it hurts. I'm telling you, oh my God. And of course, here I'm in public. We're on a 3D shoot. I didn't scream, but boy, the tears were dripping down. I'm thinking, oh God, that hurts. Believe me, when I did the next shot, I made sure it was out of the way. Oh, that's fantastic, Leanne. Fantastic. And I find that a compound bow is much easier than a recurve. The recurve, you have to have arm strength with the recurve, and of course, it's because it's hard to hold. So it's easier for a quick shot, but it helps if you make your own ammo. Yeah, it does, Steph. But it got to be, remember that they were making it where you couldn't even get the gunpowder. So if you did reloads, it was as difficult. I don't know how it is now, but I know a few years back, you couldn't even get it to do reload. Laura, you use a compound bow? Yes, I do, Steph. Compound bow, recurve, crossbow. Oh no, Dragon, somebody stole all your stuff. Yeah, man, I'd be because stuff's not cheap. It's an investment. I'd be so pissed. You could pull it back. Oh yeah, I could pull it back. Yeah, longbow and recurves weren't pull and hold. Yeah, it was a quick shot. Yeah, so but they're really fun. They're really fun to use. It tests your skills. The longbow and the recurves. Yeah, it's. I don't have the recurve. My father's got a recurve, so if we go out, we use that. But what we have right now, actually, only left is compounds. Looters after the tornado when I was out of town a couple of years. Oh, that really stinks. We have Machine Gun America here, like most over the top gratuitous gun stores have seen the Hooter Tick sporting machine guns and signs shaped like a machine gun. Oh, jeez. Yeah, we sell guns here. I know. We've got a few weird signs too for that. Sorry, I put a blanket on and fell asleep. That's okay, graduate. You were snuggling down. I'm glad that we could lull you into such a calming state. We used to have a sign that said trespassers will be shot, survivors will be shot again. Yeah, we had that too, Ranger. We had that too. And then we had another one. Was this house is protected by a 357 Magnum. 3 days a week. You pick which day or something like that. It was really funny. They really had some great signs. Yeah, we're big archery family. Really enjoy it. I think it's just the peace and quiet when you're out in the woods. Like I said, I spent my whole life growing up in the woods, guys. So doing archery, it was just a part of it. And my husband used to hunt both gun season and bow season. Oh man, over 10,000. Oh my god, dragon, this is awful. Yeah, it is. It's a big investment when you're into archery, but it's worth it if you really enjoy it. And we did. We enjoyed it for years. It's been a while since we've done any shooting. I should go up there and uh, check the strings and everything and wax them up and give it a shot. But it's been a while. I could shoot a revenge. Oh, it's really not that bad, Chris. It's all the stance and the aim and you'd be surprised. Once you do it and you find that you enjoy it, you're hooked. It's just you're totally hooked. Oh my God, guys, we've just been blathering, and I just realized we have passed the 3 hour mark. Holy mackerel. And now my finances, I have no chance to replace any of it. I'm lucky I even another computer. Oh, I feel sorry, Free Dragon. I know that just must have been horrible. And you didn't have any insurance to cover the loss, so it's and they're like double the price they used to be, so it's very expensive. I'd probably yeah, I think you would, Chris. I think you would. You go out and get yourself, an inexpensive or a used. A lot of shops will sell used bows. Get yourself one, give it a try. You don't like it, you could always sell it back to a dealer or something. And but I think you'll be hooked because it's really is good fun. We are in violation of the morning title article. What are you talking about? Section 8 of YouTuber bylaws. Are we? Oh, okay. That's a good sign, Laura. We're making time fly. Yeah, yeah. Because I just looked up and said, "Oh, we're past the 3 hour mark." It's a good conversation with good people. Exactly, exactly. I love it. It's been a great time. It really has. But you guys probably got stuff you need to do because I know I do. So I'm going to let you guys go. Get on with your day. I appreciate all of the memberships from Ghost Wiener. Thank you. You are a superstar. And all of everybody that donated, thank you. Thank you. It all goes back into the program. It really does. It helps me keep rolling along. And I just and then Chris here too. Chris, you're a character. I love it. But I'm so glad you guys spent the morning with me. I really appreciate it. Even though we didn't get story in this time, but that's okay. We'll make it up the next time. Because we've got to get stuff rolling. Poor Sage is probably going to go back to work. I know. Leanne needs chocolate. I got to figure out what the hell I'm going to eat. Excuse me. I never seen the name Ghost Wiener and not laugh. I know. It's because all kinds of things pop up. You just can't help, want to say Wiener, Wiener, or, he's the paranormal Ghost Wiener. But everybody have a great day, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. Or the next day, as for Sky, seeing that she lives in the time warp. And yeah, please remember to hit the like, the share, comment. Even if you just put a heart in there, it helps me out a great deal. Check out the new merch, guys, if I have a care to. But until then, guys, let's see. Our next morning brew, my brew crew, is Sunday morning. So I will see you there. And try not to forget about D&M's live this weekend. Try to pop in and check them out. They're pretty good, guys. And if you feel like it, check out Fear of the Living podcast. That Chris guy. He'll give you a chuckle or two. You won't be disappointed. Until then, my lovely Brew Crew, I will see you soon.